All right, cookies, who let the dogs out? We have a fresh giant anniversary Cake Hound Frenzy event number 4. Excited about this for our CookieRun Kingdom second anniversary. Now, with that, appreciate you tuning in as always. Thank you for the likes and the subs. Down below, we will break down what's going on for you in the know on today's episode. We got some cool tips and tricks to keep in mind. We got an update to our team that I'm excited to cover as well. We'll go do a run. We'll pull this whole thing back together as we always do. So thank you for tuning in. Other great ways to stay connected. Now, if you happen to have a question or comment throughout today's episode, you let me know. I love to hear from you, or feel free to come swing by the Discord server, my fellow cookies. Now, let's get moving here. So, couple key things. The first one here is, as you can see, everything behind me is level 10. No, I did not have to upgrade that this time. You get to bring all that with you from before. Already a lovely 60% attack, 30% minus cooldown, and 60% crit. I wanted to say 60% on that cooldown, which would be lovely, but anyway, with that, we'll keep moving. So that's the first piece of information. The second piece of information is knowing that whatever your score is here, this Cake Event Hound does go 6 days. Now, why is that important? 2/14 Valentine's Day, we do get a new update, a very, very powerful update. So let's go ahead. I'm not going to read everything for you, but I will give you the most important piece here. And thank you for everyone that's always tuned in to all these fun things that we talk about, is this one. Cookie level limit increase. That is correct. You can now go from 70 to 75. That is the new cap. It is beautiful. I love these things. Great way to always do a little bit of creep, make your cookies a little bit more powerful, or those kinds of things. Now, one caveat here is your kingdom level needs to be 43. So keep that in mind. I am at 49, so we'll be able to do that. Wanted to call that piece out. So now, not only whatever we have here, where I'm about top 5%, definitely under top 10%, big changes coming. So that will make your boost really, really high there in terms of that, because we're going to get a lot more output, a lot more damage. Now, it's going to really, really matter in terms of making sure you save those experience jellies. Now, okay, we're going to move off that. So those are two big pieces here to keep in mind. Now, we're going to move into our team. That is correct. So this is our original team and original setup from the first time when we're getting billion plus damage, all that fun stuff. This time around, we are making a couple of changes. So first and foremost here, we are going to swap out Vampire. Now, you can use Vampire Cookie, and instead of what we're going to go with, which will be Licorice Cookie here, and it's very, very important that you absolutely positively have the magic candies plus 10 or above. You can certainly use Vampire, you can certainly use something like Squid Ink, and a host of other damage dealers, because that's going to be the key slot. Now, the main one is focus damage here, because you do have the big Cake Hound. We don't have multiple. We got one big Cake Hound. We don't have the cake that splits into multiple hounds. One big Cake Hound. So direct damage is going to be very, very important. Now, one of the reasons why we're going with Licorice here, so if we go to cookie details, certainly at this one in the ingredients, the big piece here is right here. Licorice Curse Poisoning for cookies every 1 second for 12 seconds, dealing a total of 15.5% damage. For others, every 1 second for 12 seconds, dealing a total of 126% damage. Boom. Lots and lots of stacking there, which is very, very powerful for this particular event. Now, obviously, I can still upgrade my stuff. We got to get there. Big things there for you, and we'll be able to get to that 75. So that is absolutely huge, and one of the reasons why we're swapping this one in. Now, the second piece there is we can and certainly could do this, but we are going to be more focused on not necessarily reducing the defense here, but certainly definitely using our whistle here, Dream Conductor's Whistle. If you don't have that, a good backup one is right here with the Psy, giving you another 30%. This is essentially maxing out that high velocity crit, so that you can do a ton of damage. Now, again, I'm not fully maxed out. You can definitely get maxed out and get a little bit better, in terms of where I am. So next, we have everything else that we had before. Again, we're going for that poison damage. We're going for the reduced defense. We're keeping Milky Way in the front. Now, the next thing is on the toppings. Everything is definitely on attack. You could go on attack here if you wanted. I'm not doing that. I'm still on cooldown. And again, all of our attacks. So that is huge, huge, huge in terms of the breakdown of our cookies as well. So those are all the key pieces in terms of some of the information up front, some of the big changes that we made to our team. Random effects, again, we will be able to do that. You can certainly save yours. The big ones that you're going to want is that crit damage and the crit percent. Obviously, again, making that up, anything at attack, anything those will make a huge, huge impact and obviously move that score. Now, we're not going to be on the crit percent. We're not on the crit plus, but I will run this here for you either way. My guess is we don't crack that top 5%, but let's do it anyway, my fellow cookies. So those are a couple key pieces. Now, again, you can also spam. I always like to say that we're on the 2.5, but you can definitely spam here. That will make a difference in terms of the damage because they do have a little bit of a delayed cooldown or activation there when the cooldown is going. So the more you click, the better off you're going to be, all that fun stuff. Let's see if we can get there. Not quite halfway. So we're going to be a little bit behind. Oh, we clicked a little bit too fast on that one. There we go. Boom. There we go. So definitely a solid 250, 300 million for me. Again, gain that crit percent, the crit damage, some of those other things that I talked about is definitely going to push it all the way up, right on that top 5%, which is just great. So cookies, I am so excited for this event. I've absolutely loved the Cake Hound anniversary. Again, to circle back, we talked about two key things there. The update where you don't have to go back and grind all this stuff to level 10. 2, you get that opportunity to get your cookies to level 75. So stay tuned for those updates because I'm looking forward to them too. And we'll do another set on that as always. And last but not least, we gave you the cookie breakdown of the team, some of the key pieces there, and when at it for the Cake Hound. So thank you for tuning in as always, cookies. If you have a question, if you have a comment, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always. Appreciate the likes and the subs. Other great ways to stay connected here on the channel, all things CookieRun Kingdom. All right, cookies, until next time, we'll see you again soon. Mythras out of here.